cannot wait to hear her thoughts. Monica Bui gives her a hug. And now I'm sure we'll have plenty of questions to ask.
Alexandra, these truly are career-defining moments. I mean, I've been in your position, but I can't even imagine right now what you are feeling. Try and describe it for us.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I can't believe. Grabe na napasubok talaga yung tibay ng dibdib ko. At sigurado ako na kayo din, kaya congrats mga kababayan, mabuhay. Maraming salamat po.
Now, I'll talk about the match in a minute, but that was the most sweetest embrace. I imagine those are your parents over there, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I just think these moments are just, moments I only have dreamed about, selling out stadiums is insane. And these matches in particular are just really the ones that kind of stick with you.
Alex Eala is ranked number 38 in the world. 38 at 20 years old, the highest any Filipino has ever been ranked in professional tennis history. If you're checking the WTA website right now and seeing number 45, don't be confused. Music, that's her official ranking from last Monday's update, which is already a career high. But here's the thing. Music, WTA rankings only update every Monday. After reaching the quarterfinals in Abu Dhabi, her live ranking jumped to number 38, music, and that becomes official next Monday. So when you see headlines saying number 38, music, they're not wrong. She's already locked in those points. Think of it like she's number 45 on last week's report card, but crushing her exams this week and heading for number 38 on the next one. Now, let me tell you why this number is absolutely massive and what it really means for Alex's career. So, music, first let's put this into perspective because just saying number 38 doesn't capture how insane this achievement actually is. There are thousands of women trying to make it as professional tennis players around the world. The WTA ranking system ranks every single one of them based on tournament results over the past year. And right now, only 37 women in the entire world are ranked higher than Alex Eala. That's it. Just 37. And she's doing this at 20 years old, which means she's got at least another decade of elite tennis ahead of her. Most players don't even peak until their mid-20s.
And I've had a lot of them in the past year, so I'm really happy with this win, and yeah.
And talking a little bit about the match, you were down 2-5, and I noticed that you just started stepping up, being a little bit more aggressive, really applying the pressure, and it might have made your opponent a little bit nervous. Was that something that you were conscious of and talking to your coach about?
Yeah, I think she started really well, and in the tight moments, I think she also stepped up, especially with the serve and a lot of winners. I really tried my best in those moments to fight. I really tried to find the fight, and in the end, I think, when I was coming back, I was able to find it, so I'm really proud of that.
Alex is just getting started, and she's already breaking into territory most players never reach in their entire careers. Listen, the top 10. Those are your superstars. Iga Swiatek, Arina Sabalenka, Coco Gauff, household names winning Grand Slams and making millions. The top 20 elite players consistently going deep in major tournaments. Top 30, you're firmly established as one of the absolute best in the world. You're seated at Grand Slams. You're getting into every tournament you want.
And I think, once again, the crowd is very proud of that fight as well. Now, looking ahead to the quarterfinal match, maybe you just want to enjoy, but how are you going to mentally try and prepare and reset, because you still have a little bit of a long ways to go?
Yeah, I do have a long ways to go, and each round is even more of a challenge. I think it has its own unique challenges every match, so I'll try my best to recover and prepare for that one. Yeah.
Well, you're moving on tonight. Congratulations to you and your team and your family. Alexandra Eala, everybody!
Well, I think we may have.
Making serious money. Alex is at number 38. She's knocking on the door of that top 30 tier. She's 9 spots away from being in that ultra elite club. And based on how she's been playing, I wouldn't bet against her getting there this year. Because here's what people need to understand. This wasn't a fluke. Music, this wasn't one lucky tournament. This is the result of a girl who's been grinding for years, who refused to quit when she was down 0-4 in the third set facing match point, who saved that match point and came all the way back to win. That's the kind of mental toughness that separates good players from future stars. Let's talk about the journey to this moment, because the climb from number 45 to number 38 happened fast. Just a few weeks ago, Alex was sitting at number 45. Already a career high, already historic for Philippine tennis. She'd broken into the top 50, which is a massive achievement. Making the top 50 means you've arrived on the world stage. You're not a prospect anymore. You're a player. But Alex came into Abu Dhabi hungry for more. First round, she beat her friend Zanab Sonmez 6-4, 6-3. Tough match emotionally, but she got through it. Second round, that's where the magic happened. Down 0-4 in the third set against Ali Alexandra Sasnovich, facing match point. Everything on the line. Most players lose that match. Alex Eala saved the match point, came all the way back, 1-2-6-6, 6-4-7-6 in nearly 3 hours of absolute warfare, and boom, quarterfinals of a WTA 500 event. That's big points. That's the kind of result that makes ranking jumps possible. She went from number 45 to number 38 in one tournament. 7 spots in 1 week. That's how you make history. Now, here's what makes this so huge beyond just the number. Being ranked number 38 changes everything about Alex's career going forward. Tournament access. She's got direct entry into basically every event. No more worrying about qualifying rounds or hoping for wild cards. Better draws. As a higher seed, she avoids the absolute best players in the early rounds, which means more opportunities to go deep and rack up even more points. Respect. When you're number 38 in the world, opponents know you're dangerous. They prepare for you. They take you seriously. And financially, higher-ranked players make way more from prize money and...
Just see the match of the tournament there. Who knows? Who knows what's next for Alexandra Eala? In terms of the tennis, Katerina Alexandrova will be our quarterfinal opponent tomorrow. Do not miss it. I have a feeling Eala may be sticking around for a little while. There's a lot of fans who would like a little signature or two. Maybe there'll be some lucky ones now to catch one of these tennis balls. My word. I think if she could fire a couple of 100, she would. So many of these fans have got her over the line. There we go. There's one happy lady there. She can barely find the energy to hit these. Look at the delight of the crowd. And they'll be back tomorrow in their numbers. An absolute classic, I'm sure you will agree. Got a feel for Alexandra Sasnovich. She played her part. 38 winners, far more winners than Eala. But the unforced errors, although there were only 4 more than Eala, they just crept in so much in that final set. 28 break points between them on offer, an awful lot, 11 taken. Sasnovich winning more points overall, but ultimately it was Eala who won the match. There you see it, Katerina Alexandrova, her opponent. Also in that quarter, Samsonova, Baptiste, Towson, Kessler, the other quarterfinal, along with Cartel, Bayek. All of those tomorrow. Quarterfinal Friday to come. But for myself, Mark Vardy, thank you for your company today. See you again tomorrow for more action from the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, presented by Abu Dhabi Sports Council.
Sponsorships. She's set up for a long, lucrative career. But there's also more pressure now. People expect you to win matches you're supposed to win. The stakes are higher. But Alex has already proven she can handle that pressure. She saved a match point down 0-4 in a deciding set. If that doesn't prepare you for pressure, nothing will. And we got to talk about what this means for Philippine tennis because this is huge. Tennis has traditionally been dominated by countries with massive infrastructure. The US, Russia, Spain, France. These are places with countless tennis mice, government funding, a whole culture built around the sport. The Philippines, not exactly known as a tennis powerhouse, more of a basketball nation, right? But Alex is changing that entire narrative. She's proving that talent and hard work can come from anywhere. She's showing Filipino kids that they don't need to come from a traditional tennis country to compete at the highest level. When a young girl in Manila sees Alex ranked number 38 in the world, competing against the best players on the planet, that changes what's possible in her mind. That's legacy stuff. That's bigger than rankings. That's about inspiring a whole generation. Music, so what's next for Alex? The top 30 is right there. She's at number 38. She needs to jump 9 more spots. And yeah, the competition gets tougher the higher you climb. But we're talking about a player who just proved she can win from impossible positions, who's only 20 years old, who's still developing her game. She's got room to improve her serve, her net game, her consistency. When all that clicks, watch out. If she makes a deep run in Abu Dhabi, maybe beats Alexandria in the quarterfinals, pushes to the semis, she could crack the top 35 in the next update, then it's just a matter of stringing together a few more solid results. One good Grand Slam run, one music title, she's in the top 30. And honestly, at the rate she's climbing, I think she gets there before the French Open in May, maybe even sooner. The top 30 means guaranteed entry everywhere. It means being seated at Grand Slams, which is massive. It means being recognized as world-class with zero debate. Music and Alex, she's built for that level. Look, let me hit you with some perspective. A few months ago, breaking the top 50 was the goal. She did that. Then it was top 45. She did that, too. Now she's at number 38 in the live rankings, about to make that official. Music, and she hasn't even won a WTA title yet. Think about that. She's climbed to number 38 without winning a tournament. Music, imagine what happens when she actually wins one. Because trust me, that's not an if. That's a when. 6 months from now, we could be talking about Alex Eala in the top 30. A year from now, top 20 isn't crazy. She's 20 years old with a decade plus of elite tennis ahead of her. The ceiling is so high, I can't even see it. This is what I love about Alex's story. She's not done. Number 38 isn't the destination. It's just another checkpoint, another barrier broken, another record set. She's climbed from outside the top 100 to number 38 through sheer grit, talent, and the refusal to quit when things get hard. And she's doing it for an entire nation. Every time she steps on court, she's carrying the hopes of millions of Filipino fans. And instead of crumbling under that weight, she uses it as fuel. That packed stadium in Abu Dhabi with Filipino fans screaming her name, that's not pressure, that's power. So yeah, Alex Eala is number 38 in the world, the highest-ranked Filipino player in history. Music, and if you think that's impressive, just wait because something tells me we're just seeing the beginning of what she's capable of. The top 30 is next, then top 20, then who knows? Grand Slam quarterfinals, music semifinals, a title. Why not? She's already proven she belongs at this level. Now it's just about how high she can climb. Music, and based on everything we've seen so far, I'm not putting any limits on what Alexa can achieve. Number 38 and rising. The Philippines has a superstar, and she's just getting started. Music all for must-see hoop.